Hello everyone and welcome back to Sendit's Weather channel. Today we're going to take a look at the latest from the live radar, as well as take a look at some of the charts for the next coming days. Now, as we know, over tonight, when I'm recording this, which is about 20 past 6, there's a few snow showers, as you'll see on this chart. Now, we're based in Barnsley, my hometown. I don't think there's going to be many around here, however. But you can just see to my west here, showers are starting to drift in. From off the western side. The winds have switched to more of a northwesterly, so these will start to drift inland. They could be quite heavy at times. You'll notice a lot of these are kind of a lot of rain, comprised of rain, but some of them could turn to snow as they move inland. As you can see through the night, expected to drift further inland, some of them could band together and produce some snow showers. Further south, it looks like it will be comprised of rain. However, this could change and precipitation types could change. The main issue here looks like the dew point. Like right here, it's half a degree, which is too high for snow. You need to be below 0, and further south, obviously, the risk is lower. The higher the ground and the higher elevation and the higher you are in the country, so more towards northern England, would see some snow. Obviously, these will start to drift inland though, and as you can see from this radar, another big band moving through around midnight and could produce some snow there. Oh, look, there's me. So let's have a look at everything and see what it is. Now, I did want to apologise first and foremost, in case you're watching my live stream. I have been having some internet problems. Silly internet. We've got the internet provider contacted, and they're going to be sorting things out. So there won't be any live streams for the next few days. I do apologise about that, but I'll make it up with videos. So we're going to start with the radars today. We're going to start with the UKV. And we'll just see what it's showing. So this is currently right now, so I'm recording this at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. You can see these showers starting to move further inland. Some showers starting to build through Northern England, Republic of Ireland, Northern Ireland, and first Northern Scotland in that cold northerly wind. A lot of snow's fallen in areas. Let me know where you've seen some falling snow in the comments. As you can see, some of these showers start to band together and might move inland at times. For central Britain there, maybe even I'll see a few flurries in South Yorkshire. A few showers to our west, a few in Republic of Ireland and Northern Ireland midnight on Tuesday according to the UKV. And as we move through, some of these showers do spread southwards, and we could see a couple of fleeting showers in places for Western Wales, maybe even the West Midlands. They've got a yellow warning for ice and snow. But as you can see, through the day of Tuesday, there's heavy, persistent showers for Scotland, could start accumulating. And there's a few heavy showers mixed in for the Midlands, West Midlands, into Western Wales there. A few showers do spread inland and move eastwards. However, they are quite limited and probably will be comprised of rain. But these showers may be hit and miss. They'll probably be quite hit and miss, these showers. But if you get in a band of showers, you could see a quick dusting even to lower levels. To higher ground, probably a couple of centimetres possible. But the showers do fade out through Wednesday into Thursday, where the discrepancy between the models starts to increase. As you can see with the UKV, the latest run, it doesn't really introduce much snow for the south. But as you'll see in a minute from some of the other runs, they do produce more. They do produce a little bit of snow, see, for the far south there. But it's very hard to see. And there's not much of it, to be fair. Not much to get your hopes up in the south about that. So if we continue then, it does go drier before the UKV brings in a weather front, bringing another snow event to the south. And that's a weak weather front as it moves up the country, weakens. But could produce some snow in some places before it all goes back to rain with the slightly milder air mixing in. Now, if we move on to the GFS, this might show a slightly different picture. Now, that's very similar for the next coming days, with a few showers around and that. But, however, by Wednesday, 3 p.m, there is the risk of that significant snow for the south there. And it's slightly further north, as still just to the north of the M4, you'd say there. And it is way north than some of the other models, but way further north than some of the other models. But it's definitely a possibility. Probably an unlikely possibility. The most likely is to go into France. But there is a possibility of this happening, and it could even go further north. There's a couple of runs showing that, but very unlikely to verify at the moment. About 10% chance. This tonight's probably got about 20% chance, and then along the southeast, along the south coast, probably about 30% chance there of seeing some. But there is a blanket yellow warning there, it's keeping out. Then there's that weakening weather front, and doesn't produce much there. but there's some snow there on for the southwest. Again, against this strong area of high pressure, any weather fronts moving up, or any Atlantic-driven weather fronts moving up from the southwest, are obviously going to weaken. The high pressure just dissipates them, so they wouldn't amount to much. Probably. It could happen, but probably wouldn't amount to much at all. The high pressure just collapses the low pressure. If we have a look at the GEM, this is quite interesting, although it is a lower resolution model, so take it with a pinch of salt, as always. So if we have a look now, you can see there's wintry showers in the west and the northwest. Then there's that weather front, there's that low pressure sliding into France, but does produce some snow. Splits it into two lobes of low, actually, with the GEM, and does produce some snow. Not as heavy, but the GEM is digging in some less cold air from the southeast with this one, which obviously limits the risk of heavy snow. But then on the back edge of the low, the winds return from the north, so then there's the risk of disruptive snow and heavy snow for the southeast with the GEM towards the London area, which would be quite interesting. There's definitely the risk there, though, and then into Friday makes more of a weather front, more of a push with the low pressures arriving from the Atlantic to dislodge the cold air and produces a snow event for the Midlands northwards there, even into the southeast there. Obviously, things have varied, but there's definitely the possibility of this happening. Now, with the arpège, which is a high-res model, obviously this is very good. It actually shows like a little bit of a feature through the southeast in the early hours of Tuesday morning. So that might be something to watch out for. Could produce a little dusting in places, possibly. Unsure on that, but you'll have to see when you wake up if there's anything there. With the arpège, was bringing it way much further northwards, and is very stingy with snow usually. Doesn't even produce any. With the latest run, so that brings it into France. That takes it into France. That's the risk of this pattern. And then we have the we have the UK Met here, which is very similar over the next few days. Even that little bit of snow in the southeast there, showing up there. So maybe a little bit in the London area, for example. And then into Wednesday, it doesn't make much of that low either, and that seems to just introduce a bit of rain for the south coast there. Not sure on that, to be honest. Really not sure on that. And then we can go for the ECM. I'll just go here very quickly. I didn't load this up. Apologies, everyone. Here we go. Right. So if we have a look here, that keeps it to the south as well. With the ECM. So that brings it into France, produces a little bit of snow in France before it whisks off to our east. Now, what I would say with this is that I do believe there will be some snow for the far south here within the region, but south of the M4 there will definitely be some snow, in my opinion. I would say there's still about a 20% chance of it going south, but I just can't see it happening now. A lot of the runs are going for it. A lot of the ensembles are going for this low to at least flirt with parts of the south. So you probably would see some if you are like Plymouth, Southampton, these coastal regions. And then also further north as this Friday disturbance, just something to monitor. There will be wintry showers around. Where they are obviously is hard to determine because they're hit and miss, and showers are one of the worst things to predict. But what I would like to say is that there's definitely a possibility on Friday into Saturday of a weather front affecting the western parts of the southwest, trying to introduce milder air from off the Atlantic. That's something to keep an eye on. There's a few developments to keep an eye on in the coming days, and there could be more. You never know. Little disturbances and features could come up at short notice. It's only Monday, and this cold spell's going till Friday, so always keep an eye on the radars. I'll keep an eye on everything, and I'll report to you back when we have some more news. So thank you all for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. I'm sorry it was a bit messy today, and I hope the microphone was good because I have messed with it a little bit. But see you all in the next weather video. Bye, everyone.